This PowerPoint will help you learn how to use the library's website to conduct research for your GSW 1120 pre-search and research paper. So let's pretend that I'm a GSW 1120 student and I want to research a paper about aliens, as in life on other planets. And I'm wondering, where do I start? So you're in luck if you're wondering that too, because I think that this PowerPoint should help you kind of figure out where to start. So here's a quick rundown of the library website. Before we start doing any research on whether or not aliens exist, I want to give you a quick orientation of the Bowling Green Library's homepage, just so you know where you're going. So this can help you out during your research for your GSW paper, but also for the rest of your time here at Bowling Green. So on the right-hand side of the page, you can see the hours, and then you can look at when the library opens and closes and the different hours for each floor of the library. And then hopping back over here, we can look at the different tabs here on the library's homepage. So this summon is like Bowling Green's own version of Google. So it searches our catalog, our different databases, and it's a great place to start and throw in a few search terms when you are beginning your research. The catalog here just looks through our books, musics, DVDs, and more. And anything that we don't have, we can usually get through Ohio Link or Interlibrary Loan. So we usually have access to almost anything. EBSCO is a database or a search engine that researches through different databases, a little bit like Summon, but more focused on databases rather than our entire collection. And over here, you've got the books on reserve, and you'll use this for all your classes where teachers put books on reserve for you. So we're in GSW 1120, so if we put that in the search bar, we're on the main campus, and here are our books that we can check out at the library for 2 hours at a time. So I would just go to the circulation desk and ask for this, Personal Z, Kersner, and Mandel. So that's how you get access to that K&M handbook at the library, which is helpful to know. All right, so that's where we're going to start on the home page. Finally, this is really important, this green need help, ask us. So say that you're really lost when you're starting your research and you need some help. Click on this green button here, and you can instant message with a librarian at the reference desk. You can text them, you can call them, you can go into the library and talk to the person sitting at the research and information desk, or you can even book a research appointment. So you have a lot of options here for help when you're doing your research. So don't forget about that if you feel lost and you feel like you could benefit from that. All right, so that was a quick rundown of the library website. So now that I know how to use the website, I want to sort of give you a few tips on how to begin your research for the pre-search essay. So the first thing that you'll want to do is narrow that topic down, because the more specific you can be with the question that you're looking for, the better results you're going to get. So here are some thoughts on how to narrow your topic down.
Narrowing your topic. We have stressed the importance of finding something you want to do research on, and not simply trying to guess what would be the easiest thing to write a paper about. Well, now it's time to buckle down and come up with a topic you can write about. As we said at the outset, people use the word topic in different ways. In its most general sense, a topic can be something as broad as abortion or gun control, but neither would make a good research paper topic. They're both way too general, and, as you've probably heard many times from your instructor, good research paper topics are always specific. There are a number of things you can do to turn a broad topic into a specific one, the kind that you can do research on. One classic method involves looking for cause and effect relationships. The key is to look for specific ones. So, not something like the effects of legislation on abortion rates, but perhaps the impact of abstinence only programs on unwanted pregnancies among students. And not the impact of regulating gun ownership, but say, the degree to which the steady reduction in Australia's homicide rates in the late 1990s and early 2000s was a result of a 1996 gun buyback program. Another classic method for narrowing a topic is to argue for a particular course of action. You could take these examples and argue that state-funded abstinence-only programs should be scrapped until we have hard data proving their effectiveness, or that the United States should attempt to curb gun violence by instituting a nationwide voluntary gun buyback program. One advantage of the arguing for a particular course of action method of narrowing topics is that it can be implemented even where cause and effect relationships are well established. So, whereas the impact of the fashion industry on anorexia rates among teenage girls is very well understood, what, if anything, we should do about it isn't. One way into a topic like this would be to argue for a rating system for magazines and for restricted rating for all fashion magazines. Would such restrictions reduce anorexia? Who knows? But if it's a topic you're interested in, it could be worth exploring. Returning to the abortion example, you may have started out wanting to write about abortion, just abortion, which is a terrible topic for a research paper. It's way too general, and not something you could ever cover within a single research project. But by asking questions, you might end up researching something like the psychological impact of unwanted pregnancies on women with a history of anorexia. You may have no interest in this particular topic, but it illustrates the kind of specificity you should strive for in a topic you're curious about.
So when you are researching, you want to think about how to narrow your topic down so that when you search for resources, you're not just getting thousands of results about things that you're not sure you want to write about. So think about how to be more specific with your topic, maybe by using some of those strategies that were presented in that video. So let's say now that you have your topic narrowed and now you want to begin your research. So here is where I would suggest starting. So I'm beginning my research now about the existence of aliens, and I'm wondering, where do I start? And I would like you guys to redirect your instinct to go to Google and to put it here in this summon search engine. And here's why. If you type in, do aliens exist, which apparently I've Googled before, a lot of news sites come up, right? We get all sorts of like blog posts and articles, and our GSW professor is asking for scholarly sources, right? That means we want things that are peer-reviewed. We want things that are written by people with credentials. So let's head back over here to Summon, which searches through, it searches for scholarly sources. And not everything that's going to come up will be scholarly, but this is a better place to start. So the Summon search engine is formatted differently than the Google search engine in that it's not structured to answer questions. That means we don't type questions in here, we type search terms. So existence of aliens. It looks like a lot of people are using this right now. So we are getting 500,000 results. and it looks like we're getting a lot of stuff that isn't relevant to us. The interaction and coexistence of plant species. We're getting we're getting some things that that might not be relevant to our research. So head over to the next slide, and I'm going to show you some tips on how to narrow down these search results and how to get more specific with what you're looking for. And here is how to get more specific with what you're looking for. To give you some tips on how to narrow down these search results. And the first thing that I would encourage you to do is look at your search terms and see if you can find a better search term by using a synonym that's more specific. So a good thing to do here is head over to this site called Lexipedia.com. And Lexipedia is a resource that helps you find the relationship between words. It shows you antonyms and synonyms of the same word. And so I've typed in alien here. And in this web, we see all of these words that are related to the word alien, either because they're a synonym or an antonym of the word. And right here, we're seeing outlander, non-citizen, foreigner. Those are related to the word alien, but those are not what we're looking for, right? We're looking on this branch over here, we're looking for existence of extraterrestrial life. So we're seeing that we can be more specific with our search term, which can help us weed out the things that are not very helpful to us. So let's head back over here to our search, and instead of aliens, we'll put in extraterrestrials. And I think I spelled it wrong. Yep, okay. So we moved from 500,000 results to 30,000 results. Which is a big decrease, but still, that's way too many results. We don't want to have to sift through all those to find the best resource. So we're going to narrow this even further, and I'll show you how. So we're gonna click on this little wheelie. We're going to go to the advanced search, and what we're going to do is limit our search results so that they are only coming up with scholarly sources. We only want things that are credible. We don't want blog posts from some dude sitting in his hut in the middle of Arizona, thinking that he saw a UFO. We want material from scientists who have credentials. So I'll show you how to do that. First of all, we are now content type. You can search for any of these, but usually when you're writing a research paper, especially in GSW, you'll want to look for journal articles. It's the most straightforward way to find peer-reviewed material. And again, down here we can say we only want scholarly materials, and also we only want items with the full text online because we don't want to have to go to the library and check out any books or anything. And another thing we can do here, which is important now but maybe even more important as you continue in your collegiate career, is limiting that publication date range. So usually a good rule of thumb is within the last 10 years. We want the most current research. We want the most current articles, because what they were thinking about aliens back in 1865 is not the same thing that they're thinking about aliens today, right? So we want the most current research for our purposes. So let's quickly, we've limited the publication date range, the content type, and the show only boxes, and let's see what that does for us. Okay, so we've gone from 30,000 now into 5,000, which is a pretty good jump. Now, I'll just give you a few more recommendations for limiting those search results and finding what you really need to find. And the first of those recommendations is putting your search terms into Summon and then looking at the database recommendations that they give to you. So that's one of the really wonderful things about Summon is that when you put in search terms, they'll look through all their databases, or Summon will look through all of Bowling Green's databases and make suggestions to you about which ones that you can look through. So if you click here, it'll take you through EBSCOhost, the search engine, and it will search through GeoRef's database. So again, you can type in different search terms here, and again, you can limit the publication date, the publication type. Looks like if you want to go for journal articles, you will. They don't have an option for that. But again, GeoRef is a good database for us because we are looking for aliens, right? So another thing, so that's one way to sort of only look within one field of knowledge for what you're looking for. And I'll just show you quickly one more thing. So if you go to the library's homepage, and here you click all databases. So you can search databases by subject. So if you're writing about education, you may want to check these things out. If you're writing about music, you can check this out. But I'm writing about aliens, so I'm going to click on sciences. And now we have a list of all the science databases that Bowling Green Library has access to, with a little description that tells us about each database, which we want to pay attention to because things like environment complete are not really going to help us when we're looking for aliens. So those are a couple things you can do when you are wondering where to research and how to limit those sources to make the database yield good results for you and make the search results prevalent to what you're actually looking for. So those were some tips on how to conduct your research, where to start, how to narrow those search results, and how to find help when you need it. So if you need further assistance, don't hesitate to click that Need Help, Ask Us button and talk to a librarian or call us, and we are more than happy to help.